Mr. Meadowbrook has shot himself! Help!
Storm we had last night, eh, Dyslexia? I hardly slept a wink. Yes, ma'am. I had the same problem. The state police said that the bridge was flooded out. Not for long, I hope. No, they'll have it fixed sometime later today. Good. I don't want anything to interfere with our grand reopening tomorrow, even if I have to get someone to lay down across the road. Yes, ma'am. It'll be a very important day for all of us. The social event of the season. We've worked very hard for this day. Oh, look. Someone gave Mr. Stone a box of my chocolates. How nice. I suppose I should have done it myself to welcome him aboard. Where is Mr. Stone, anyway? Is he awake? Yes, ma'am. I saw him jogging around the lobby this morning. He jogs? How impressive. Around the lobby? Yes, ma'am. He does a lap around the lobby and then has breakfast. Why doesn't he jog outside? He says it's too far. I see. He is a rather unusual man, isn't he? Without speaking out of turn, yes, ma'am, he is. Has he met with the staff yet? Not that I know of. I'm not sure that he's done anything at all yet. Oh, I'm sure he will. He's only been manager for a week. We must give him the benefit of the doubt. They say he's one of the best resort managers around. I wonder who they are. They, them, the people who know. I wanted to be very careful with who I chose to be manager. Why, Dyslexia, are you concerned about something? No, ma'am, I suppose not. Out with it, young lady. What's on your mind? Nothing really. It's just that he doesn't seem like a health resort manager. He seems more like the type of person who should be running a pool hall. Well, looks can be very deceiving. I'm sure that none of us are who we appear to be on the outside. Watch and see. Yes, ma'am, I'm sure you're right. First impressions can be very misleading. Absolutely. Under Henry Meadowbrook, this place almost went bankrupt. Now that I own it, I want it to be profitable. I believe Mr. John Stone is the man to make it that way. I didn't build an empire of chocolate candy by surrounding myself with a bunch of dodos. Yes, ma'am. Will that be all? Yes. Dyslexia? Yes, ma'am. You're closer to the staff than I am. Is everyone happy? I wouldn't know. I suppose so. Alfred Mellox. Is he behaving normally? He was very dedicated to Mr. Meadowbrook, you know, and I'm sure that he hates me. I really couldn't say. I've only known him as long as you have, and he certainly doesn't confide in me. No, I don't suppose he would. Thank you, Dyslexia. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Miss Hysteria.
Dyslexia!
Gesundheit. What a beautiful morning. I need a cigarette.
This is a health resort. No smoking here, Mr. Stone.
I was just joking, Lady Riverdale. I haven't had a cigarette in 4 or 5 days. I don't need them. I've quit plenty of times.
Good. You certainly look refreshed. The storm didn't keep you up?
Storm?
Yes. Didn't you hear all the noise?
I thought that was you snoring. Walls are awfully thin around here, you know.
It knocked the bridge out.
You know, if you kept it in the glass on your nightstand.
Like what?
Smile a little bit. Oh, wonderful. You eat spinach for breakfast? Well, Lady Riverdale, I've been here only a week and I feel like things are shaping up nicely.
Really?
Yes, I've already lost 5 pounds. I mean, who could gain weight on what they feed you around here? How many variations of yogurt and cottage cheese can there be? Haven't they ever heard of real food like chocolate cake, burritos, and mashed potatoes and gravy? I must talk to the chef.
Be gentle. Edith Chiles doesn't take well to criticism.
Edith Chiles?
The chef.
You mean the Edith Chiles? World famous cook show host and writer? Man, I used to watch her every day on Channel 7. Until they started running Wilkins-Addison on Channel 4. I didn't realize she was our head cook.
Which brings me to my point.
I didn't know you had one.
I think you should have a staff meeting to formally introduce yourself to everyone, especially with the grand reopening tomorrow. They need to be aware of your presence.
Presents? But I didn't bring any.
This is a critical time for the Meadowbrook Health Resort. Its chances of success are directly related to what happens tomorrow and what you do here. I have the utmost confidence in you.
That could be your first mistake.
And please make yourself more visible in the halls. Some of the board of directors are here. Keep me posted.
I don't think you'll fit on the bulletin board. Oh, a box of Lady Riverdale's chocolates. How sweet. Too sweet. I hate these things. Dysentery, I need you.
Yeah! I need gastritis. This is the gym, fella.
Hey, dysrhythmics.
You sick!
Hello, distemper?
Dyslexia.
Yeah, you. Come in here, please. Never mind, you're already here.
You needed something, sir?
Sir, my friends call me John. You can call me Mr. Stones. Take some shorthand.
Yes, sir.
You better make that long hand. I can't read shorthand.
How about if I take it in shorthand and type it longhand?
Nah, I better make it long-winded. This is going to Edith Chiles. Memo to Edith Chiles. Last night's supper was the worst liver I ever had.
Liver worst.
Not the liver worst, just the liver.
Then what about the liver worst?
We didn't have liver worst.
Yes, we did.
We did? Well, no wonder it tasted funny. Never mind, just tell Edith I want to see her.
Yes, sir. Will that be all?
No. Ask Alfred to try and get these blood stains out of my desk.
He tried, sir.
Well, ask him to try again. It's very distracting. It's like working on a Rorschach test.
Yes, sir, but it may be difficult for him, though. You know, he's the one that found Mr. Meadowbrook the night that he...
So I've heard. But if he's going to be affected by memories of Mr. Meadowbrook every time he turns around, perhaps he shouldn't have stayed on here. But don't worry. I'll handle it with tact and diplomacy.
Yes, sir. Will that be all?
No. Gather everyone together for a staff meeting. Find out who used the hot tub last too. They left the ring and it got the soap all squishy. My boat's missing too. I think someone stole it. Check everyone's luggage before they leave. From now on, I'm playing with you.
You wanted to see me, Mr. Rose.
Stone, yeah. Now look, Alfred, don't go crying or traumatizing yourself or anything. But I'd like to try a little harder to get those blood stains out of my desk.
But I'm going to have to take the desk out.
Take it out. But you just met.
That's the only way to get the stains out.
Well, where will I sleep during business hours?
The couch is comfortable.
It's too obvious, Alfred. I'll have to think about it. I can't live without my desk.
Neither could Mr. Meadowbrook.
Well, obviously he couldn't live with it either.
It wasn't the desk that killed him, sir.
I'm sure it wasn't, Alfred. But that's his business and not mine. We all have choices to make and we have to stick with them. Unfortunately, suicide requires a little more commitment than most.
Knock, knock.
And fix my door. It sounds like a woman's voice every time someone knocks.
Yes, sir.
You must be John Stone.
It's amazing how someone can just guess your name right off the top of their head. Can you tell me how many hands I had behind my back?
I'm Margaret Daniels.
Wrong, too, see?
I'm with Elite Magazine.
Elite Magazine. Well, well, well. You know, I was just reading one of your articles this morning in the bathroom. It was the one about the paraplegic Jone. I didn't realize what one could do with a wheelchair these days. Could he really do a cartwheel?
Saw it with my own eyes.
Better yours than someone else's.
How nice of you to
All right.
I've been here for 2 days, Mr. Stone. You've been avoiding me? Yes, you. I've been in this business long enough to know when I'm being avoided.
I'm just very shy of reporters. My intense dislike for them might have something to do with it.
But people who don't like reporters usually have something to hide. Could you be hiding something?
If I were, you couldn't guess what it was. You couldn't even tell me how many hands I had behind my back.
With or without your cooperation, I am going to write a feature on the grand reopening of this place. Your cooperation will certainly help you. Let's face it, a feature in our magazine will do wonders for your business. It hasn't been booming since Henry Meadowbrook's suicide.
It wasn't booming before suicide either. That's why we closed down and redo everything.
Well, if nothing else, the article will be timely. Health is very popular these days.
But you know how trends are. Yesterday was the hula hoop. Today is physical fitness. A year from now, garages everywhere will be filled with designer sweatsuits, diet plans, and aerobic instructors.
Can I quote you on that?
Quote me on anything you like. You probably will, whether I said it or not.
Well, let me ask you a few questions, just to get my facts straight.
Facts. I thought you wrote for Elite Magazine. Exposer of the rich, manipulator of the poor, and only $1 at your local grocery counter.
The Meadowbrook Health Resort was founded by Henry Meadowbrook in 1949, and he alone was the sole owner up until just a few weeks ago when he was sold it. He was sold
Don't say it.
Oh, you and Henry Meadowbrook were close? I didn't know you knew one another.
Let's just say, when I sit at this desk, I see him all over it.
Oh, how touching.
It wasn't tragedy.
Well, before he was bought out by Lady Riverdale. Some say he was forced to sell out.
That's outrageous. Who would say such a thing?
Almost everyone.
Oh, well, okay. I'm not at liberty to say, but Henry Meadowbrook had problems of his own.
Oh, really?
Gambling debts, drinking, fallen arches, crooked teeth, excessive nostril hair.
Well, isn't a health resort a rather unusual purchase for Lady Riverdale? I mean, we're known the world over for her chocolate company.
I can't speak for Lady Riverdale, In fact, I'm hoping to do a very good impersonation.
Yes, but a chocolate company and a health resort, isn't that rather contradictory?
Life is full of contradictions, my dear. You can quote me on that.
No, thank you. I'm not looking for philosophical quotes, Mr. Stone.
I want dirt.
Have you looked under your fingernails?
I want the untold story behind this place. Anything you can do would help.
Would you like me to throw a physical fit?
I would like you to cooperate.
Why, cooperation is my middle name. My parents picked it at random from the source. If you come to my room later tonight, I'll tell you how I got my last name.
No, thank you. I'll take a rain check.
All the weather, Bureau. And while you're here, you might want to consider our thigh thinner plan. Well, I guess that just about says it all. Knocking wouldn't be in your vocabulary, would it?
I wouldn't knock that. Who is she?
She's a reporter, so keep your overactive glands on a leash. And while you're at it, leaving would be a nice idea.
Oh, Mr. Stone. Is that any way to treat an old friend you haven't seen in... How long has it been?
Not long enough. The last time I saw you, I got swindled out of $400 and almost went to jail. What are you doing here anyway, Deadwood? Did someone finally kick you out of the gutter? You know what? Forget it. I don't want to know why you're here. I don't want to know anything about you. Just leave. I'm sure you can't afford to be here anyway.
That's always been your problem, John. You're too negative. And not to observe it either. You've been here, what, a week? And haven't noticed that I'm the gym manager.
The gym manager? Now I know who left the ring in the hot tub. Probably stole my boat too. What do you know about managing a gym?
About as much as you know about managing a health resort.
Well, that takes your fire.
You can't fire me. Not without Lady Riverdale's okay. And I know for a fact she wouldn't let you.
Oh, you and Lady Riverdale are pretty close, huh?
Well, you could say I have somewhat of a hold on her.
Probably a half Nelson.
Hey, she has great confidence in my ability.
Yeah, but what about managing the gym?
My work speaks for itself.
So is your dishonesty.
Look, you don't like it? Let's see you do something about it.
That sounds like a Deadwood. A dare, Deadwood.
Call it what you want, Stone. I'm here, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, we'll see about that. Are you comfy, Ralph? Can I get you anything? Well, we're going to have a staff meeting now. It won't bother you.
You never had before.
Good. Since you're such good friends with Lady Riverdale, I wouldn't want you to be upset. I'm going to go find my staff now. And just help yourself to anything I have, especially the poison in the top drawer of my desk. Dyslexia!
Dyslexia!
Lady Riverdale.
I will not remain alone in a room with you.
Not so fast. We have things to discuss.
I have nothing to discuss with you.
You have plenty to us.
Don't call me Toots.
Okay, how about both?
You're a pig, Ralph.
Now, is that any way to talk?
There's a lot more I'd like to say.
There's a lot more I could say as well, but we wouldn't want me to do that now, would we?
No, I suppose not. What do you want from me now? And make it quick. You give me high blood pressure.
I have a great idea. You're supposed to say, what's your great idea, Ralph?
What's your great idea, Ralph?
I'm going to write a fitness book.
You're going to... I don't believe
I'm
you.
going to write my own fitness book. Maybe even pose for pictures myself.
Ha!
I'd be a natural, a book, possibly a video program. But I just can't figure out what to call it.
Become a Neanderthal in 10 days.
Don't mock me, Lady Riverdale. I'm very serious about this.
Fine, Ralph. I wish you the best of luck.
I don't want your wishes. You're going to help me finance this.
Over my dead body.
However you prefer.
Or your dead body. You're out of your mind.
Am I? Fitness books are the big sellers now. Everybody wants to know how to have bigger busts, thinner thighs, firmer fannies, and slimmer stomachs. We are obsessed with ourselves. And what an easy way to make a fortune.
Those books are written by models and movie stars, and you are neither. In fact, You're hardly human.
The way you flatter me. I'll do a book for the average person. A book the average jerk could use.
You'd be ideal.
Then you're in it.
No, I don't want to have anything to do with you or your scheme. I wish you were out of my life.
I love you too. But I don't think you have a choice about it.
Maybe I do.
Only if you kill me, my dear. Only if you kill me.
Hi, kids, am I interrupting something?
No.
Yes, good. Hey, Riverdale, could you preoccupy our reporter friend?
Reporter friend?
From Elite Magazine.
She came. Wonderful. Where is she? I'd love to talk with her.
You invited her?
Of course. Publicity, Mr. Stone. Publicity.
We're not done yet, Lady Riverdale.
I think we are.
I can see you certainly have a way with her.
I may not now, but I will.
Good morning, my children. How is everybody this morning?
Oh, brother.
Oh, you must be Mr. Stone, I presume.
Oh, Tommy, let me guess. Edith Chiles, world famous television cook. I'd know you anywhere.
How nice of you.
I read your cookbook, too. I was so impressed by the depths of your character and your writing style, so economical.
So boring.
Are they really going to make it into a movie?
I don't think so. I am testing with Mr. Stone. I don't do good with sexual humor.
I can assure you, Edith, I'm the least subtle person you'll ever meet.
And the least humorous.
Why don't you go find a pea shooter and do a lobotomy on yourself?
Have you really seen my show, Mr. Stone?
Absolutely. In fact, when you walked in here, I almost didn't recognize you without snow and static all over your picture. I'm used to seeing you bending over a hot oven. I think you're here now, bending over on behalf of the Meadowbrook Health Resort.
I can't do that for you. What's enough of this flattery? I got the faces that need preparation. Your assistant said you wanted to see me about something.
I did?
Something about last night dinner?
Oh yes, the liverwurst, by far the best I ever had.
Dear boy, that wasn't liverwurst.
It wasn't? I take it all back. It was terrible.
It was Danish liver pate, all the way from Minnesota.
You had it delivered all the way from there?
Oh, it's a wonderful dish. I featured it on my show, number 237. Oh, everybody loved it. We got a lot of cards and letters about it.
Any threats?
First, you preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Then you take 1 pound of pork liver and you grind it with 3/4 pound of pork fat.
Time out. Why don't you just make a video for me, Edith?
I do get carried away. Cooking is my life. Everybody should cook. You should cook, Mr. Stone.
Hot dogs and frozen pizza are my specialty.
Oh, it's nothing like good, healthy eating. Everybody should have. Oh, eat out a box of Lady Riverdale chocolate.
Why, yes. Would you like one?
I shouldn't. And I didn't want to serve sweet all morning. Simply wonderful. Well, back to the kitchen.
Miss Chiles, we're going to have a staff meeting now.
Well, now, I got a lot to do. I can't say for no staff meeting here, too. I got a lot to do for tomorrow. You told me I have to get everything done. You
You're
told me
going to
I
miss one humble thunder of a speech I prepared. The cracks from you.
I try to get back up again.
Fine, Edith.
Bon appetit!
That woman is not playing with a full deck.
She must be doing something, right? She's made millions smiling and cooking. Like the mother none of us had. All of us can remember.
My mother was nothing like that.
I'm not surprised.
And I think this staff meeting is a bust. I'm out of here.
Relax, would you? Everybody will be here in a few minutes. Alfred, where is everyone?
I don't know, sir.
Oh.
How's it going, Al?
Alfred.
Yeah, sure. You know, you look so at home in front of that fireplace. It's like you've always been there. I bet you two were built around the same time.
Are you trying to make some sort of point, or is this your attempt at death comedy, Jay?
Neither. I just wondered how long you've been around here. You were a heavy Meadowbrook protege for a long time. 20 years, wasn't it? That's a long time to work for one man. It must have been a terrible shock for you to come in here and find Henry Meadowbrook alone with me. They say you screamed, Al. Screamed like a woman. But then again, that's what you really are, isn't it? You're certainly not a man. I understand you spent 20 years being trampled underfoot by Henry Meadowbrook. Now, a real man wouldn't let that happen to him, would he? Why are you still here, Al? Why didn't you just fade away after Henry Meadowbrook killed himself? This is a different place now, and you don't belong here.
I know more about health and exercise than you'll ever figure out.
You know the old ways, Al. The old ways. Times have changed. Now this is going to be a real health resort where we'll mold men into men and women. Ooh, into the deliciously curved women that should be.
Yes, this is the enlightened generation, isn't it?
Oh, what's wrong? It's Greece. It's the new Sparta. Where only the fit survive and the fat, weak, and infirm can die off. Sweat and agony, Al. No pain, no gain is the name of this game. No more fat executives coming in here, sitting on their fat cigar butts pretending to get healthy. No, sir. Fat is very out and muscles are in. We're producing real men here. Now is the time for men to exemplify what it is to be real men. Good morning, boys.
A beautiful day today, isn't it?
You were saying, Ralph?
I didn't say the job was finished. I hope, Dick. Do you have your aerobic classes planned out for the big day tomorrow?
Oh, yes, I'm very excited. I can't wait to get going.
But don't have an accident.
You should join us sometime. It's very stimulating. The throbbing beat of the music, all those bodies thrusting and moving.
Fat women in tights with rolls of flesh bouncing and jiggling as they grunt, smoking the smell of death.
Oh, yes!
It's sissy. You sweet, sensitive guys drive me crazy. Aerobics is a wimp's way out of a good, hard exercise. If you want to get in shape, pump some iron.
How vulgar. You get blistered when you break nails. It's disgusting. Sticks and stones may break my bones.
They wouldn't if you lift some weights.
Oh, hi, sweet pea. Are you enjoying our aerobics class today?
She's in a class all by herself.
You be nice.
Oh. Hey, sweet pea. Amal, the tent maker called and said your new dress is ready.
Oh, show the poor girl a little compassion. Her father just committed suicide. And so when did she come into this office at all?
Well, why does she have to eat all the time? For crying out loud, it's disgusting just to look at her.
She eats because she's traumatized over the loss of her father. Her psychiatrist says she'll get better.
Yeah, if she doesn't explode first.
Wonder what it must be like. The only daughter of the late Henry Meadowbrook. The world at her feet, social standings, good credit, and to have it suddenly slipped out from her and left virtually penniless.
It's terrible.
Just put your shoes in her.
I could put both of my feet in one of her shoes.
You'll be the woman that you once were.
What, instead of the 3 she is now?
Am I late?
No.
Oh, good. I've been trying to get the infirmary ready for tomorrow. I've been sterilizing everything.
Ooh, I better stay away from the infirmary.
You're sick. Is that all you ever think about?
Nah, I like to eat and sleep too.
What are they talking about? I don't understand.
Never mind, Ed. Never mind.
It looks as if everyone is here, except Edith, of course.
What did you do with the reporter, Miss Daniels?
She's taking a sauna.
Hope she doesn't take it too far. We'll need it for tomorrow.
sauna was the only way I could keep her away from this meeting.
I'll bet she's steamed.
Although, I think she should sit in on this meeting to see how this resort does business.
I thought you wanted good publicity.
I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I know you have many things left to do to make our grand reopening tomorrow a huge success. But I felt it was important that you become acquainted with the man who will lead the Meadowbrook Health Resort to a glorious rebirth. A very talented, gifted man who will work the miracle we need
Did you hire someone behind my back?
I'm talking about you.
Well, do go on.
He is the one who will use his enormous creative resource to do whatever it takes to turn this resort around.
Short of resigning.
He will guide us towards making the Meadowbrook Health Resort a respectable, credible, and profitable enterprise. He will banish the mistakes and ghosts of the past and bring new life to this hollow corpse. Through the veins of this body we call a health resort, he will transfuse fresh blood. He will give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to the very lips of this once prestigious institution. He will massage the heart of...
All right. A breather from the anatomy.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is John Stone.
Thank you, Lady Riverdale, for that poetic, if not altogether disgusting introduction. My friends, as the manager of the Meadowbrook Health Resort, I would like to welcome you to a new era of fitness and good living. In this resort, we hope to epitomize the self-worship that is so characteristic of our society today. Here we will become the foes of flabbiness. We will win the war of weight control and celebrate the end of cycling. We must put the past behind us and put our behinds in gear for the future. Together, we will reach beyond the fat farms of yesteryear to a new generation of physical excellence, with the hope and the opportunity for every man, woman, and child to be the men, women, and children of this new era. We hold the key to the future in our hands. Health. Where would people be without it? They would be dead, that's where. Well, Meadowbrook Health Resort, nobody dies without trying to get healthy first. And that's our new motto, folks. A motto that captures the essence of what we believe in. Get fit or die trying. Hold it, I'm not finished. Tomorrow's our big day, right?
Right.
What sorts of special things do we have planned for the big day tomorrow?
I have a back exercise workout. You guys want to see them?
No.
Just tell us what you're thinking.
Well, there's a doggy squat bicycle pump. There's a thigh thumping trunk turn. And the rocking in the palm chest extension.
That's fine. Fine, we understand.
Doggy squat, bicycle pump? That sounds ridiculous.
It's very hard. In fact, it's anatomically impossible. The women will love it. Well, Ralphie, what do you have planned?
Oh, I have a rigorous weightlifting program. We're going to explore dimensions of non-muscular pain they never knew existed.
Oh, pain. Gee, I tried myself.
Oh, really? Give me that, go sit down.
Alfred, I want you to make sure all the rooms are in order. I want all the odds on the left and the evens on the right. And tell the staff to leave it. I went down one hall the other day and they were turned around. Relaxia, I want the front desk covered at all times.
It's dyslexia, and how will people sign the register?
You're right, don't cover it. Just make sure someone's always there. Well, I think that just about wraps it up. I'd like to argue.
This is Sweetie Meadowbrook, daughter of Henry.
see you. That sounds very good. Well, maybe that just about wraps it up. Edith, I'm so glad you could join us. What's wrong? You know what seasoning with a pheasant?
Poison! A bee!
Oh my gosh, she said she was poison!
She's just coming over the credit.
A pheasant won't be.
Don't eat chalk! Okay, what about erasers?
Poison!
You betcha, blackboards too?
Bon appetit!
She's gone. That great resort in the sky.
You mean?
She's dead.
Oh man, there goes dinner.
Okay, right. Yes, the call for an ambulance was just a misunderstanding. Right. Well, they believe you? I suppose so. I told them the call for an ambulance was a misunderstanding. I heard that part. What did they say? They said it was fine. They can't get here while the bridge is being repaired. It won't be fixed until later today. They can't get up here until then.
Good. Something like this could destroy our grand reopening tomorrow, and I can't afford to let that happen.
Yes, ma'am. Will that be all?
No. I want everyone who knows about this to understand that if they breathe a word of it to anyone, that they will be fine. Not only will they not work for me anymore, I'll see to it that they won't work for anyone, ever. Understand? After all the money I've put into this resort, I won't have my grand reopening ruined by an accidental death.
Accidental, but she said she was poisoned.
Accidental dyslexia. You're dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Edith, how could you do this to me? Bon appetit indeed.
We carried you to her room. I think I have a double hernia.
Did anyone see you?
No, all your board member friends took a dip in the pool.
What about Margaret Daniels?
She's the dip they took in the pool.
Thank heaven. I don't want anyone to know about this.
Well, that's going to be kind of hard once the ambulance arrives.
The ambulance won't be coming.
What? I'll call.
No, don't bother. We already did. They can't come because the bridge is still being repaired.
What about a helicopter? They use helicopters on TV.
They don't have one. Remember, we're out in the country here. Oh, my blood pressure.
What about a buggy, a boat, a canoe, anything? We can't leave Edith in her room.
She'll be fine. Nobody knows about her. And we can leave her there, she'll be fine. Mr. Stone, you realize the adversity that could be caused by Edith's death?
I know what it did to Edith.
It could hurt our grand reopening.
It could. But Lady Riverdale, Edith Chiles isn't just dead. She was poisoned.
She died from her pheasant.
Then it was foul play.
Not let this affect our grand reopening, Mr. Stone.
Oh, I see. So you're more concerned about money ahead of human life. How typical. How utterly upper class.
You have an investment in this as well.
Oh, Lady Riverdale. I'm so disappointed in you. Such a shameless display of greed. Where are your priorities? Your humanity. Your value of human life.
You could get a substantial bonus.
A bribe? Are you trying to bribe me?
5%.
Make it 7.
7 it is, if all goes smoothly with the reopening tomorrow.
I gotta be nuts.
Not nuts, greedy.
The first sign of any trouble in all this, and it's over, understand? Whoever poisoned Edith Chiles is still in the loose.
We don't know that she was poisoned.
Well, she seemed And as the victim, I'm willing to take her word for it.
Why would anyone want to poison Edith Chiles?
Maybe I wasn't the only one who didn't like her Danish liver paper mache. That's a who?
Not who, a dish.
She is? How do I meet her?
Stone, this isn't the time.
It would help if we could figure out what her last words meant. What in the world was she trying to say by don't eat chalk? I mean, was it some sort of code? Maybe she was trying to say someone's name.
There's no one here with a name like Chalk.
You're right. Chiles is the only thing that even comes close.
Maybe it was suicide.
Nah, she specifically said chalk. Nothing else. Don't eat chalk. Maybe chalk was short for something.
Mr. Stone, Lady Riverdale, will someone please tell me what's going on? You agreed to cooperate. Both of you did. I can't get a word out of anyone. No one is talking about anything. I can't even get the time of day.
It's 1:45.
Something's going on here. I can feel it in my gut.
That was lunch.
I want to know what's going on, and I want to know now.
Why don't you relax, Miss Daniels? Take a song.
Sir, I'm like a prune from having been in that thing so long.
Really? Let me see.
Lady Riverdale, please. You agreed to cooperate. It was your idea that I come up here to begin with. I do want this article to be good for your sake and mine.
There's nothing really.
Okay, you dragged it out of us.
What?
I think if she wanted to be such a nosy little nipper, we should just spill it all.
I don't know what you're saying. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Of course I do. We were going to, have a surprise birthday party for you.
A surprise? It's not my birthday.
Surprise!
This is absurd. You don't want to cooperate. Fine. I'll kill you in print. My magazine is authorized to do whatever it takes to get the untold story behind this place. Even pay money for it. And what information I can't buy, I'll just make up.
My blood pressure. I'm going to have a stroke.
Take 5, Lady R. Everything will be fine. He says to her, assuming voice that refuses to betray his own ether pattern.
I need some air.
No more than 32 pounds of pressure. Don't eat chalk. Don't eat chalk. What in the world does that mean? I feel like it's right under my nose.
Sir,
What?
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
There's a man outside who wishes to see you.
A man? What man?
He said his name is Ed Parlor.
Ed Parlor.
Yes, he's a guest of one of the board members and a friend of Lady Riverdale.
What does he want to see me
He
for?
said he wants to talk to the manager, and that's you.
Semantics. It's all a matter of semantics.
Should I send him in?
No, just take a message. I'm trying to solve a murder here.
A murder?
Yes, it's this job. It's chilling.
Mr. Parlor, you shouldn't have walked in like that.
I can't walk any other way.
Mr. Stone,
Never mind. I'll take it from here. Any friend of Lady Riverdale's as well. Certainly a friend of Lady Riverdale's. What can I do for you, Mr. Powder? I hope your stay here has been enjoyable.
Parlor. Ed Parlor is my name, and my stay has been wonderful. I feel very privileged to be here before your grand reopening. It's like a sneak preview.
Lady Riverdale wanted her investors to get a look at their investment before the grand reopening. My secretary, distemper, tells me you're what, a member of the board, a friend of the board, just board.
Actually, I'm a writer. I do novels, plays.
Anything dirty?
No,
I haven't read anything you've written.
I generally do murder mysteries.
Oh, well, you've certainly come to the right place.
Why is that?
The setting, the country. If we had a cliff, we'd be a Gothic novel.
To be quite honest with you, Mr. Stone, I am here because of the setting. I'm writing a play, a murder mystery, and the Meadowbrook Health Resort is ideal for it. It's called Death by Chalk.
You better not let Lady Riverdale hear you say that. She'd kill you.
She's capable?
It's just a figure of speech, Parlor. I'm referring to the fact that she owns a chocolate company. I don't think she'd be too happy with a play that implies that chocolate kills people. It's certainly a ridiculous idea anyway.
I don't think so. I think it's perfect. Especially here. A dark, gloomy mansion converted into a house resort. The original owner commits suicide.
It's boring. I'd never go see a play like that.
Just imagine the openings. A dark stage, silent, until his chocolate rings out and somebody cries, "Help! Help! Mr. Meadowbrook has killed himself!"
What happened? Good Lord, what's going on?
It'll never work.
I'm just discussing my new Mr. Stuff.
Must you discuss it so loudly?
Why is everyone so jumpy?
It's been a bad day. What does your screaming about Henry Meadowbrook have to do with the play?
That's the opening, but I won't use his name.
It's called Death by Chocolate.
Oh, Ed!
Nothing personal. The rest of the play will have little or no resemblance to this resort. I'll probably put in one or two of the characters. Maybe the cook and someone else inconsequential.
The cook! I'm going to faint! Someone get some water!
It's the silliest plot I've ever heard.
I don't understand.
My grand reopening, I can't bear it!
Let's leave her alone to be delirious for a few minutes. It's been a stressful day. Come with me, I'll show you the ivy we put in on the outside of the building.
If I had known big business was going to be this tough, I never would have left poverty. Death by chocolate. It sounds like a judgment, a curse. Maybe that's what this whole thing is. A judgment on me. We sentence you to death by What do you want?
Such hostility. You know, one day we must do something about that.
Ralph, I'm really not in the mood for your remarks. It's been a terrible day.
Oh, and it's going to get worse too. Chocolate?
No, thank you.
You know, I was just talking to that reporter lady from the Gossip magazine.
Margaret Daniels?
Yeah, I think she has the hots for me.
You think every woman has the hots for you.
Did you know that her magazine pays big bucks for scandalous stories? I mean, big bucks. Not like the nickels and dimes. You pay me.
Nickels and dimes. You blackmail me and then have the nerve to call what I give you nickels and dimes. I shouldn't be giving you a cent.
Yeah, and you know what happens, but the stakes are increased now. Each child untimely death sheet is that. Imagine what it would do to your grand reopening if I was to tell Margaret Daniels that each child was poisoned and that you're trying to cover it up. Maybe you're trying to cover up the murderer's identity. Maybe you are the murderer.
You've lost your mind.
Have I? And what do you think the reaction of your public, or your board of directors, or your stockholders be if they were to find out that Lady Riverdale is a fraud? That Lady Riverdale was once Bubbles Malone, a striptease artist. The pictures alone would be worth thousands of words. Or thousands of dollars.
But I can't afford to give you any more money.
You're pretty resourceful when you want to be.
But I'm not. This has all been too much for me. I need a tissue.
Come on, Babs. Don't give me those crocodile tears. Our terms will be reasonable. What do you say?
I hate you.
That's not the answer I'm looking for.
You can forget about getting any more money from me.
Tis. I hate to see it end this way.
Hold on, Ralph. see it end this way too. Put your hands up.
Now, Pat, what do you think you're doing with that?
Getting you out of my life after all these years.
You pull that trigger, and you'll be surrounded by 4 walls for the rest of your life. A lot of good jail will do you.
They won't send me to jail. It'll be a clear case of self-defense. In fact, Ralph, my love, you could be the answer to all my problems.
The cops will never believe self-defense.
Sure they will, when I tell them it was you who poisoned Edith Chiles. I found out, and when you knew that I knew, you tried to kill me. We struggled, and I shot you.
You won't shoot. You haven't got the nerve.
Don't be so sure, Ralph. You've hounded me for years, all the way from Benny's on 14th Street to where I am now. I've worked hard to make good, to be somebody, and you've trailed my every step. You're nothing but a leech, Ralph, a monkey on my back, and I've reached the end of my rope. I'm putting the light back in my future by turning yours off. Goodbye, Ralph.
No, Babs, don't do it. I'll leave, I promise. I won't tell.
You think I'm stupid enough to believe that? I'm back the wrong gun.
That's such a foolish woman.
Boy, that was easy.
Oh, no, not another.
Lady Riverdale, what happened?
Deadwood is dead.
Deadwood, how long has he been dead?
Dead? I think he was poisoned.
Poison?
Just like Edith Chiles.
Edith Chiles.
Well, Parlor, you just might get a murder mystery out of your stay here after all.
Poison? But how?
Chocolate. He ate a piece of chocolate when he came in.
Of course. Don't eat chalk. That's what Edith was trying to tell us. Don't eat chalk means don't eat chocolate. They both ate your chocolate and died from it. I'm surprised you've been able to stay in business this long.
I can't believe it. He died of death by chocolate?
Or I'll shoot. Got a scratch with a hangnail. Identify yourself.
Margaret Daniels?
Miss Daniels, how dare you come sneaking into my office without giving me a chance to slip into some of your own work.
I'm not here for a date, Mr. Stone. I'm looking for some information.
I'll bet you say that to all the guys.
Where did you come from anyway? This room was empty when I came in.
It certainly wasn't after you came in. Why don't you just admit it, Margaret? You can't stay away from me. You lie awake at night, tortured by the knees. You touch me with your ink-stained hand.
You are crazy.
If you're crazy, I'm nuts. You know how I am when you dress in black.
Get back, Stone. I know karate.
Ooh, you're into that, are you?
I want information. Something's going on here. I want to know what it is.
I've given you the best years of your life. Take the house. Take the kids. I don't care anymore. Oh, the heartache. Oh, the senseless betrayal.
Oh, the overacting. Are you finished?
No. I think I might be going for a major dramatic award with this.
We can count on it. Look, Stone, something's going on here. I want to know what it is. I want the whole scoop.
And nothing but the scoop.
I was supposed to meet Ralph Deadwood, and I can't find him. But Edith Chiles is missing too.
Do you think there's a connection? They're a very unlikely couple. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, Margaret. They're in their fence. And now, it's time for all good little reporters to put away their Bible and go on off to slumberland.
Stone?
Just listen to the silence of the night. Must be a nightingale.
That sounded like a woman scream.
Oh, here. Put your arm around her. You got her? Triple hernia is what happened.
Twice of this in one day is too much for me. I'll never be able to do my exercises in the morning.
Why did she scream? Such a shrill sound of terror. I've never heard a woman scream like that before.
That's because it was me. I went to the kitchen for a late night Perrier and I saw her on the floor unconscious. I thought she was dead. Sweet pea, sweet pea. What happened?
We found her in the hall unconscious.
Sweet pea, speak to me.
She said she wants a candy bar.
What's going on? I heard a scream.
Probably the same one we heard.
Is everything all right? Do you need a nurse?
What are you going to do, pass out on us again? Look, everybody go back to bed. We're doing fine. We don't want to excite the girl.
What happened?
What's the problem?
Oh, hello.
Will someone tell me what's going on?
If everyone will calm down, we'll all find out together. Alfred, get the story from the girl and translate for us, would you?
She said she found a mysterious box of chocolates in her room.
Oh, no.
So?
Chocolates aren't good for you. Did your parents ever teach you that?
She said she was bringing them to Mr. Stone when some fool knocked her out and took them.
Took her chocolates?
Yes.
I never thought they were that good. No offense.
Margaret, please leave us alone. This is very private company business. I think you should leave.
I want to know what's going on here.
Someone please see Miss Daniels to her room.
Oh, Venus Daniels. I refuse. This is a setup. You're infringing on my constitutional rights.
We'll be sure to call the ACLU for you.
This is illegal. It's outrageous.
Any more illegal than breaking and entering?
Why the black outfit?
She came to see me, but it didn't turn out as I had hoped. Clues? Who's after clues?
This is getting out of hand. Everyone is tired and
I'm
tense.
past tense.
Dramatically, I don't think that's possible.
What we all need is a good night's rest. We must be refreshed for tomorrow. Rest? How can we rest with a murderer on the loose? I'd be hysterical if I weren't so heavily sedated.
Mysterious chocolates? People getting poisoned? Sweet pea getting locked out? What's going on here? I think it's time to really open and honest with one another. Don't you? We are all civilized and intelligent people who can communicate with each other. Right? Let's have a meaningful exchange and share with the public. Okay? Come on, gang. Anyone up for it? I have to be honest, I'm even willing to go first. We can sort it
I'm not afraid. We're mature.
Dick, this is not group therapy. I'm talking about infidelity, divorce, or sex problems. This is a murder.
Sweet pea, you were smart to try and bring the chocolate to Mr. Stone. And apparently the murderer thought you were smart, which is why he or she knocked you out to take him back.
She said her parents taught her to never take candy from someone she didn't know.
And that was wise teaching in this case, because we believe that it was the chocolate that killed Edith and Ralph. Someone put poison in the box given to Mr. Stone.
I have a box of chocolate in my room.
I have some on my desk. I could have eaten it.
Why you didn't tell us this before one of us could have been killed?
To try and trick the killer. That's why I asked all of you questions earlier.
And you, Stone. Pass them out. You could have killed us all. You two amateur detectives.
I don't believe that, or I wouldn't have done it. I know about these things.
What do you know? You know all fiction. Actors and actresses parading around pretending to be murderers. You're not qualified to handle real murderers and real killers.
Boy, I guess he told you.
I insist that we call the police immediately.
No, I will not have the police in on this.
Lady Riverdale.
You must understand, all our futures are at stake here. If the grand reopening fails tomorrow, we could all be finished.
And if the killer succeeds tonight, we'll all be finished.
Wait. There's still more you don't know. We made an important discovery that could put this whole case to rest.
What?
We're this close. Right, Stone?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Does anybody want a chocolate? Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, as Mr. Parlor said, we made a very important discovery this evening. Henry Meadowbrook had a secret room.
A secret room? Alfred, did you know about this?
No, ma'am. Sweet pea?
What kind of room is it?
That's a reading room.
It's a bathroom?
Yes, it was his private one. And amidst a bunch of magazines, we found this.
What is toilet paper bound?
No, it's a secret diary.
A diary? Stone, you didn't tell me you found a diary. I only knew about the room.
I found it after he went to bed. It has entries up until the day Henry Meadowbrook died. He seemed to fear for his life. I'll read over it later and see what else it says.
So you haven't read it?
I've only glanced over it. He seemed to fear for his life. He seemed to think that someone might be trying to kill him, possibly even poison him. There may be a connection. So after everyone goes back to bed, which should be now, I'll read over it and see what else it says.
Doubt that diary has anything to do with the poisoning of Edith or Ralph, or any of us for that matter.
Maybe, maybe not. But there's only one way to find out.
Mr. Stone, on behalf of Sweet Pea, I believe that diary belongs to her. After all, she is Henry Meadowbrook's daughter.
Under normal circumstances, I would say yes. But these aren't normal circumstances, Alfred. We have a killer to catch, and this diary could help us. But what, Alfred? Are you afraid of something?
No, and I resent the implications on that.
I haven't implied anything yet.
I think I should go over it with you.
No. If it does contain a lot of personal information, the less who see it, the better. Now, if everyone will go back to bed, I'll look over it and see what else it says. Let's go. Everyone back to bed. Think about it. And please, okay? I'll see you. Good night, Sweet Pea. Good night, Alfred. Everybody back to bed. You may go.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I haven't got a clue. But I'm doing well, aren't I?
Not bad.
You know, I once played Romeo and Juliet in high school. I played both parts. There's a psychology class.
The bait is out. Let's see if anyone nibbles.
Well, if they do, they've lost my respect as a clever killer. I think this whole plan is silly anyway.
You know that, and I know that, but do they? And be careful, son.
Be careful. What's that supposed to mean? You said no one gets hurt in the second act.
Not usually.
Not usually. Wait a minute. Parlor. really hope this time the butler didn't do it. But I guess that would be too original.
And I suppose those are pillows
Yep,
in this?
Spider-Man, a personal favorite of mine. Is this what you were looking for?
Yes. I suppose if I asked nicely, you would give it to me.
Too late, Alfred.
I didn't think so. Hand it over.
Oh, the butler packs a gun. You guys know about controlling your mysteries.
Again, you're wrong.
Why, Alfred?
Why what?
I think we're a little beyond being coy with each other, aren't we? I mean, I think I know why you killed Henry Meadowbrook. You did kill him, correct? It wasn't a suicide. You just made it look like one. But why? Wait, don't tell me, let me guess. You were not Henry Meadowbrook's closest friend, but his closest enemy, right? You were his slave for 20 years, abused by him, tortured and humiliated, till one day you just couldn't take it anymore. So you murdered him in cold blood, and then made it look like he did it himself. Is that how it happened? Come on, be a sport and tell me.
You're a terrible sweet stone. Now toss him the book.
Carolyn, I thought that was pretty good stuff. You're a bluff, right, Ed?
Jack, I couldn't have written it better myself.
That doesn't say much about your writing.
But why did you have to kill Meadowbrook, Alfred? Why didn't you just leave?
You know, that's your problem, Mr. Parlor. And from what I read, it's been a problem with your plays, too. You've been acting as if all the clues can be assembled and put it in some logical explanation. You of all people should know that there's always an angle that isn't revealed until the end. Well, this isn't the end. You don't know. You'll never know. I didn't kill Henry Meadowbrook, nor did I kill Edith Chiles or Ralph Deadwood. But I will have to kill you two. It'll be easy. 2 guns, 2 bullets. It'll look as though you two shot each other. The police won't have a hard time finding out that you two amateur detectives got confused and shot each other.
You forgot that I have a gun too.
Yeah, Lady Riverdale gave it to you.
Yes it is.
Lady Riverdale doesn't know that. She only has a lighter that looks like a gun. She probably gave it to you to humor you. You've been so reckless with your excluding about it.
No, got any good ideas?
Oh well, I better be careful with that when I write my play. But you have to indulge me in one last question.
I probably won't. But ask anyway.
If you didn't do any of the killing, who did?
I did.
She can talk.
Of course I can talk. All that eating was just a cover.
Pretty large cover.
No, Father, I will not allow you to cover for me anymore.
Father?
You mean he's a priest?
No, Alfred was Sweetie's father?
Of course. Alfred is really Henry Meadowbrook.
No, you dummy. Alfred is Alfred and Sweetie is his illegitimate daughter. He was having an affair with Mrs. Meadowbrook.
It wasn't an affair. We loved each other.
The butler not only did it, he did it with the victim's wife.
Henry Meadowbrook was an obnoxious tyrant who dominated everyone around him. We stayed and endured for his money and nothing else. And I just couldn't take it anymore. The man was obsessed with that. Day in and day out, that jokes. Like, hey, sweetie, maybe we should call you Sweet Watermelon. You should apply for group rate insurance. It was maddening, so I killed him. I shot Henry Meadowbrook. My father heard the shots and came running in. It was him that made it look like a suicide.
I had to. I couldn't bear the thought of them taking her away from me.
But it wasn't only Henry Meadowbrook. It was everybody. The kids at school, they used to ask me for a piggyback ride. You don't know pain and loneliness until you've been forced to grow up being that. And now, society's the same way. People torture me as if being fat is the only sin a person could commit. And people hide behind your first smiles and say, gee, isn't she pleasantly plump? You sit back and say, oh, well, at least she has a nice personality. Or any of those other stupid comments for being fat. Well, there are worse sins to commit, my friends, than being fat. There's alienation. The I put that poison in the chocolate. I did. I killed Henry Meadowbrook. And I wanted to watch the downfall of this resort. It was so ironic watching these people die a death by chocolate. And I'll continue to watch the downfall of this resort as it's torn apart by scandal. Okay, enough talk. Give me the diary.
I hate to be the one to break it to you, sweet pea, but there never was a diary.
It was a bluff to get the killer to expose himself.
Ooh, poor choice of words.
Reveal himself or herself, as the case may be. It was a great plan.
And it worked, too. Tell me, Ed, how's a playwright finish his play when he's killed before he can write it?
Nobody move.
I'm not Margaret. I'm Detective Judith Marks. I've been sent here by the state undercover to investigate Henry Meadowbrook's suicide. You two did a sloppy job.
They're just trying to
Not you two, those two. What made you suspicious?
The fact that his hands were tied behind his back.
Then drop your guns.
It wasn't real.
Smart thinking.
Mama, no! Ah, no! Don't let her! Mama, push! I'm all right, Father. Only a flesh wound.
Just that insult to injury.
I'm sorry, Father. We almost did it, didn't we?
Yes.
And the revenge was sweet while it was on our tongue.
Wait a minute.
We could have almost made it.
No, that was good. I want to write that down.
Parlor, take care of the door. Don't let anybody in.
Hold on. I'm trying to find a piece of paper. This is an office for crying out loud. You think there'd be a piece of paper here? We had to set the scene. Hold on.
Sweet pea.
I'm sorry, Father.
Sweet pea.
I don't deserve you or any of the sacrifices you made for me. I love you.
Is she dead?
No. She just fainted.
Just fainted. That's no way to end a scene.
Ah, there you are. I would like you to... What's this? What are you doing?
Wait.
Leaving? But you can't. It's a grand reopening. The guests have been arriving in carloads. It's better than I ever could have imagined.
It's amazing how a couple of murders will bring out the crowd.
Yes, all that coverage on TV this morning did wonders. I can't wait to see what will happen when it hits the evening news and the newspapers in the morning. And to think I was afraid of the publicity.
Silly you. Well, now you know. You can just make it happen a couple times a season, just to keep busy.
Get healthy or die trying. You said it, John.
I was a child.
How can you leave me now?
I don't like the health business, Lady R. It's too dangerous.
But I need you.
You'll survive.
I think I have all the statements I'll need for now. You know, I have to check with the lab, but I found arsenic in Sweet Pea's room. I'll bet that's what she used. It's amazing what madness will do.
And love. I'd like to thank you for last night. It meant a lot to me.
For saving your life?
No, when I caught you prowling.
I'd like to forget that. Now tell me, am I supposed to take this as evidence or eat them?
That's evidence.
That's what I thought.
Will all the details of this case get out to the public, Detective?
It's hard to say. Almost everything will come out in trial.
Very good. That'll help business.
What are you doing for dinner, Detective? My treat. I make up for the chocolates.
Filing.
Can't you go to a manicurist?
You don't know when to quit, do you? You know, I should you, Parlor, and even you, Lady Riverdale, into jail for obstruction of justice. It was very foolish of you to hide those bodies and play investigators.
Everyone needs a hobby.
To the police, it is a profession. Next time, call them.
Yes, ma'am.
There'll be no next time, my dear detective. I'll close this resort down before I go through another night like last night.
Lady Riverdale, could you come, please? We seem to be having some trouble with some of the guests. They all want to stay in Sweet Pea's room.
Yes, Dyslexia, I'll be right there. Well, business goes on. I do not accept your resignation, Mr. Stone. We'll talk more. Thank you for everything, Detective. Come back anytime. For you, our exercises are on the house.
It's too drafty up there.
So, you're leaving? What are you going to do?
Raise chickens. It seems appropriate after last night.
Well, stay in touch. Your testimony will be needed at trial. And you're taking me to dinner?
Yes, ma'am.
It really does work. I'm going to take a shower in there too. You're really leaving?
That seems to be the question of the day, and the answer is yes.
That's a shame.
Why? You got what you needed from me. I thought I was a perfect idiot to help your bullshit.
But it's not enough. I'm not sure how to end the play after the murderers are discovered.
This won't do.
I was hoping to come up with something better, something more dramatic.
You writers are all alike. You over-dramatize everything you touch. Real life isn't like that. I think it would be enough to have the hero just pick up their bags and leave.
That's not bad. Nah, it'll never work. Would it?